Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another segment of Business Means Kathleen. If you're new here, Karibu Sana. My name is Kathleen Moravi. Welcome back to this wonderful YouTube channel where we talk about matters business. But today we have a very different topic that we're going to be discussing: youth inclusion and participation in Kenya's politics. And I'm here with my very good friend.
Yes.
Honorable Leken Ole Ntese. Karibu Sana.
Asante.
It's a privilege to have you
Asante,
on this
Captain.
platform and also to listen to your novice and to your words of wisdom that you're going to disseminate in this channel.
Asante.
So today basically we're just going to talk about youth politics, also because you've contested for a seat.
Yes.
As far as I know, you contested but you lost, but you are in the list that was published by IEBC recently. I think Iwiki.
Yes.
For Gazeti.
On Thursday.
On Thursday
Yes.
specifically,
Yes.
So as an nominated MCA under the National Assembly.
Yes.
True. Okay, perfect. So today we'll just briefly dive into the spectrum of youth politics. What are some of these issues that as youth we should be talking about, or some of these topics that we should be talking about in terms of matters youth engagement, youth inclusion? What is the representation of youths in the National Assembly and also generally in the Kenyan politics? Because tunapenda kupiga kelele sana kwa mtandao,
Ni kweli.
but kwa ground vitu ziko aje?
Tofauti sana.
So that's what we'll be doing.
Yes.
And also talking about UDA.
Yes.
And what plans you have for the future.
Yes.
And also in your jurisdiction now. Hopefully, kwa ile final list yenye itakuwa gazetted by the IEBC, itakuwa pale. What are some of the plans that you have as the nominated senator for the people that you're going to be representing? So without further ado, Leken.
Yes.
Mimi nakujua. Me know you.
Yes.
Tumepatana pahali.
Yes.
Mbeleni. But for the people who are going to be watching this, who is Leken? Yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. My name is Leken Ole Ntese. I'm a youth leader. I recently contested for member of county assembly, South Sea Ward, Langata constituency, here in Nairobi County. And thank you so much for the opportunity to host me. I know we've met at Yali, cohort 36.
Yes.
And I know there is still more that we are going to partner in the near future. So Leken Ole Ntese is a young man. I'm 23 years old.
Wow.
And this is the first time that I'm going to vote.
Yes.
I voted myself on April on our nominations. So that was the first time that I actually voted, and I voted for myself. Yes.
Is this the first time that you're contesting?
This is the first time I contested, and this is the first time that I voted. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
So now I know you're also the chairman for the Youth Council of Governors.
Yes.
But now, so you pretty have a very good idea or a very good understanding of the national youth policy.
Yes.
Who is a youth? Because tunasemanga mimi ni youth.
Yes.
But kwa documentation, who is a youth specifically?
A youth is a person below that 5 years old, 18 years old to that 5 years old. That is the bracket for a youth, specification of a youth. That is also the definition of how UN, United Nations define a youth. In the Kenya policy, in the Kenya youth policy, a youth is defined as a person who is below that 5 years old from 18 years old. So that is that is what is referred to as a youth or a young person. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, wacha tuingie sasa pale kwa the specific issues.
Yes.
So we've seen a lot of political engagements. We've seen a lot of manifestos being channeled here and there.
Yes.
But now in the context of a youth, what are some of these issues related to political engagement and in particular youth empowerment? Because so many leaders are talking about education, increase to access of education, talking about civic engagement. But specifically now, because you are a youth, you understand us. What are some of these issues related to this political engagement, and in particular now youth and empowerment, that we can actually relate to as youths?
So one of the challenges we have, the reason why young people are not getting involved in politics, because how politics has been branded in this country, that you can only contest if you have money. So I think that is one of the major challenges why young people are not seeking office and why young people are not getting involved in politics. That said and done, I think there is more challenges that are affecting us as young people. Number one is employment. You find you don't have a stable job to do. You don't have a stable employment. So you cannot even you cannot even concentrate on just to follow up on what is happening in the current political affairs, because you are thinking about what you're going to eat in the evening and what you're going to where you're going to get rent, where you're going to sleep. So you find most of the young people are living between what is called hand and mouth. You only get something today, you eat, pay rent, and life goes on. So that is one of the reasons why young people are not interested in politics. They see it as a platform for the elite, those people who have money, and those people who are doing really well. So that is one of the challenges why you find young people are not getting involved. Another thing, young people are not getting involved in politics is because they are not being given a chance to get involved. You find in most political parties, you find that yes, there is a youth league, but the youth league cannot even be allocated any fund. You find that the youth league are not given opportunities to be able to rally the party and also being able to involve. There is also a challenge in terms of getting involved in these political parties. The amount of money you pay to run is quite high. You find young people cannot be able to access that money, and you find them funding their campaign will become a problem. And then they end up not contesting, not getting involved, only relying on handouts from politicians. And that has costed us not having elected young people representing young people either in parliament, in senate, and also in county assemblies. Yes.
Because clearly representation of youth.
Yes.
Because social media, we are actually very vocal.
Yes.
This online opinion polls, we take part in them.
Yes.
And you've mentioned a number of contextual factors, financial obstacles, institutional frameworks. But what do you think the government or the people who are there in the decision-making capacity should do to ensure that the youth actually exercise their national responsibility to take part in the voting process, in the opinion polls as a youth? Because I feel like I'm limited because of this many obstacles. So what else can be done by the government to ensure that I represent or I exercise my responsibilities?
Yes, Kathleen. So I think that one of the things that needs to be done is in order to involve young people in politics. And I think one of the reasons that needs to be done is to find a way whereby we can accommodate young people, even they can contest without paying the amount that people pay in the nomination fees, to remove that amount of money that is being paid, to be able to help them, because you find these young people have the capabilities, they have the leadership skills, they have gone to school, but they cannot get involved in politics because of how our politics has been materialized. It has been money oriented. You can only contest if you have money. So I think one of the things that the government can do is to do away with nomination fees that is normally being paid by young people to contest. And also I think the political parties in Kenya need to give young people a platform, not just a platform for handouts, but a platform whereby they can air their voices. They can be involved in manifesto, in the making of the manifesto. They can be involved in all the party activities that happens. I think that will help young people to get involved. Another thing, parastatals like National Youth Council should really be moving out and conduct civic education with young people, sitting down with them, getting the reasons why they are not participating in politics, and also urging them that this is what their lives depend on, because these houses is where bills are being implemented. This is where bills are being formulated. This is at the decision table, and once you are not on the decision table, people normally say that when you are not on the table, either you are not there on the table or you are on the menu. So I think that is one of the things that the government can do. The National Youth Council can also be empowered. They can be given a bit higher allocation of funds to be able to help them move around and be able to, to sensitize young people on how to vote and, the reasons and the benefits of involving in politics. And also IEBC should involve young people, especially carrying out many civic education,
yes.
you know, taking into account that these are young people who are desperate in life because of how the economic times
Yes.
of our country is. Because you normally people say that you cannot be able to think if your stomach is empty. So I think IBC should involve young people, carry out civic education, urge them the benefits of getting involved in election, and also registering to vote. And I think by that we might be able to attain the fact that we are the majority of we are the majority people as in a country,
Yes.
and we should also it should be equivalent to the majority votes.
But
Yes.
exactly,
Yes.
yes. Because the youth took 70%.
Yes.
So it's really a fumbled idea or
Yes.
or a thought
Yes.
that our representation is only felt on
Yes.
social media.
Yes.
But now you see the spectrum
Yes.
has to balance.
Yes.
So the government is doing something
Yes.
with all these key stakeholders.
Yes.
But now as a youth, according to the level of understanding
Yes.
that we have,
Yes.
yeah, how can I increase my participation? Yeah.
One, you can increase your young people can increase their participation in politics by being able to get involved fast. You cannot do something when it is not inside you. You should get involved by having you should have a self-drive and know that politics is almost everything. If you're not involved in it, then you end up being out of the decision table. So young people should actually be able to move themselves, be able to bargain for a space in the decision table,
Yes.
and be able to get involved in political activities, so that they can be listened to, their ideas can be implemented, because we know normally we are being told that young people are the leaders of tomorrow,
Yeah.
but I think that has changed.
Yes.
Yeah, it is we
Tomorrow
are the
is
leaders
now.
of today, and tomorrow is now.
Yes.
So we really need to take that up, because we cannot always be lamenting on social media. We cannot always be making noise and complaining, but we ought to stand up and fight for our space in the decision table, and even in those political forums, and even the spaces. Yes.
Okay, so now that common youth,
Yes.
sindio?
Yes.
I'm very sure nafikiria, so apart from contest,
Yes.
how else can
I
I
get
bargain?
involved?
Yeah.
Yes. So one, young people should know that we are one as young people, and we have a common enemy, which is lack of employment, which is how the economic times are and things like that. So with that in mind, that we are the majority in this country, that should drive us. Those young people who have moved out of their way to contest in the election, and they have put their candidature to contest in the election, these young people should help them, regardless of whether they have money or not, regardless of whether, because I know politics in Kenya has been materialized. It's about money. It is about who is giving you what so that you can vote. But if we can come and listen to the manifesto, the agendas of these young people, because I know every young person is always thinking about the future, and because he's thinking about the future, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, where will I be? Because our lifespan is quite long.
Yes.
Compared to the older generation.
Yes.
So I think young people should support one of their own at any point, at any level, at any space, like county assemblies, MPs, senators. They should support each and every young people, and by that, if we end up supporting our young people, we will be able to be listened to, and we will increase the number of youths in parliament, not just nominated because as a marginalized group, but an elected members representing us in both houses, National Assembly, Senate, and County Assembly, because these are the houses that matter. These are houses that implement. These are houses where decisions are being made. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So sasa, I've talked about how youths tunapenda kupiga kwa social media.
Yes.
But you had like a direct experience.
Yes.
Because you vied.
Yes.
In as much as you lost.
Yes.
my youths did you get any support from the youth in terms of voters to register kama voters?
Yes.
Pale kwa campaigns and whatnot. What support as a youth yourself? You mentioned that you're 23 years old.
Yes.
But as a youth yourself, did you experience any positive support?
I know going forward change might not come in today, but I know it is not far. Freedom is not very far.
Yes.
Because I know
freedom is coming.
Yes, it is coming, and young people should know that freedom is coming. This is our time, and we are going to take things by surprise. Because that time when I was contesting, because I contested in South Sea. South Sea is a ward with 35,000 registered voters. So the challenge that we had in South Sea is that, and even in Langata, any ward or constituency level in town, you'll find that you cannot really be able to locate the people who are going to vote you in, because most of these people are people who are doing business here and they live in another place. So you find they will travel all the way to here to vote. You cannot really locate them. But I have been a student leader before. I had young people coming to support me, especially students. I've had them, getting out of their own way without me giving them anything. Moving out of their own way, registering young people. Some will even come and tell you, I'll print you 100 posters. Some will come and tell you, I'll print you 50 reflectors. And that is the spirit we need to inculcate in our young people, to be able to hold each other, to be able to guide each other, be able to support each other. In this politics, young people who are sitting for elective office, we should be close to them. These are people who are being faced by their competitors have a lot of money. Their competitors, they are even, most of you'll even find them threatening these young people. So you'll find we should support these young people by giving them moral support, the little financial support, and life will go on. And I know the near future will have young people taking over. Yes, and it is slowly by slowly we are going to take over.
Not just in the nominated.
Yes, not elective. Because elective position, that is what matters. We are no longer a marginalized category. We have surpassed that level of being a marginalized category. As a young people, we should be elected.
We should be elected.
Yes.
Because talking about the numbers, looking at the statistics, 70%, that can actually be a very big
Yes. It doesn't beat logic that we are 70% and yet we cannot even front. Yes, it doesn't make logic. Yes.
Okay, all right. So I'm looking at a situation where I am not voting in the area of jurisdiction, but I want to support you as a youth, and because I relate to you from that spectrum. You're a youth, I relate to you because you can understand my levels of need and what I need to be represented in the next government. What are some of these opportunities that I can take advantage of in terms of even just brainstorming, going through some of the manifestos that are coming our way, looking at the plans that the next government is trying to communicate to us. What are some of these opportunities that I can take advantage of, so that hata nikienda pale nyumbani, if I'm a registered voter pale Ushago, I can actually use this to communicate to these people who are living there and let them know that this is what is going on, this is how I feel about the next government, and this is why you should vote for these people.
One, young people, we have quite an opportunity because you find even at tendering level, we are given a percentage. 30% should go to young people through AGPO. So young people, that should motivate them to vote in people who can be able to, support them, people who can be able to empower them, because you don't just support a candidate, you don't just support him because you like him, you support him because of the manifesto he has, you support him or her because of how they are articulating issues, you support them because of the dream they have for that jurisdiction or that county or constituency or ward level for that matter. So I think young people, there is a lot of opportunities available for them because getting involved in politics will make you either job opportunities will be available, you'll have a space to bargain for a nominated slot, you'll have a space to bargain for appointment, these government appointments. You'll also have an opportunity to be able to do business with the government.
Yes.
You'll be able to do tenders in government,
yes.
and that will help improve your livelihood.
Yes.
It will also help you, get to know that there are certain government institutions that are offering support to young people. If you look at, for example, Youth Fund, young people should take this into account, and they should take them up themselves to be able to access those loans, be able to invest in their small businesses, because it doesn't matter how small your business is. With time it will always grow to something bigger with a lot of consistency. We only need to be very consistent, and we should not give up about anything. We should not just give up, because currently I know young people are very frustrated and demoralized of how things are. Our economic is very tough, and we should not give up on anything. We should not give up on our leadership. We should not give up on anything. We should not even give up on ourselves. I know people go to school, you get a degree, you come back home, no job, but we should not give up on anything. We should just keep moving, working towards achieving that lifestyle that we want to as young people. And I know getting involved in politics and in governance, we will be able to have access to even implementing policies that will enable us get jobs, will enable us, to be able to do business properly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, when you touch on matters leadership, because I'm a person who's in business
yes.
myself,
Yes. Yes.
And when you talk about Youth Fund, kulikuwa na the amalgamation of all this.
Yes. Yes.
Women Fund, Youth
yes.
Fund,
Which was a very,
living.
which was. I don't know what to say, but it wasn't really what young people expected.
Yes.
Because you find women always, women have their own way of bargaining for themselves.
Yes.
But you find young people are put in between you women they are included. Yes. So it even becomes a challenge, you accessing even the whole thing, because you never know, someone else will apply and even think that is a youth and is not a young person. So I think that wasn't something that should have happened. Yes.
Because I do not think there was enough public participation. I'm very sure if they had gone to the youth themselves,
especially youth who are in rural areas, because those are the majority young people.
Yes. So now, keeping that in mind, because I know you're affiliated to a certain political party, feel free to mention it. What are some of these plans that you have for the youth in business? Because now we are looking at Matters Social Enterprise, we're looking at youths being self-employed, and then because you're in the political arena, so we're talking about Matters regulations, frameworks. How can you support these youths? Wako in the rural areas. Somebody has started a chicken rearing business. Even in the urban setup, somebody has started a business in the service-based industry. How can we ensure that they have easy access to this loan so that they can move their businesses from the idea stage into the acceleration stage?
One, I'm a UDA member. That is my party. I'm a youth leader at United Democratic Party. Our party leader is Dr. William Samoei Ruto. And if you look closely at how we've been conducting our campaigns, we've been able to move from county to county, sitting down with women, sitting down with young people, sitting down with people whom we are going to serve. We have been able to collect views from these people through the public economic forums that we have been able to do in each and every county in Kenya. We have been able to collect the views of what people feel on the ground. Not just sitting down in a boardroom and writing a manifesto of what we are going to do, but we've been able to walk to each and every county, sit with them, because every county has its own opportunities and challenges, and it's different across every county, and it's different across every age group, every person. So we've been able to collect these views, put it on paper, analyze them, and come out with a plan of how we are going to solve things going forward. And we've been able to sign charters. We've been able to sign women charter. We've been able to sign youth charter. We've been able to sign private sector charters. That these are charters that will help us on, and will also be a guide on how our when we form government, of how we are going to deliver to the people. And I think that is a good move and an approach whereby you approach things by how people feel and how people want to be to be helped and things like that.
Yes.
So collecting those views has enabled us come up with a manifesto for each and every category of people, because our challenges vary from people to group to group. So I think we've been able to capture, especially touching on young people, because that is where I sit in. We've been able when we were signing the youth charter, we've been able to indicate that young people should be given a majority of slots, especially in forming government. We should have permanent secretaries who are youth. We should be having ministers who are youth. We should be having even directors, board of parastatals, chairs. We should be having them because we are the majority. We have been we normally we were just being used, but now we are being put on the table, be able to be guided on how we are going to approach things, and that is a good move to approach things. And I think going forward, God willing, because I know we will form government, we will be able to have a clear picture on how to achieve things. And Kenya Kwanza stands for that. A more inclusive government where everyone is taken into consideration. All your challenges are taken into consideration, where you are the one giving these people, how are they going to serve you? You're the one providing that platform. How are we going to serve you? So I think that is what young people should take into account, that voting Kenya Kwanza, you will be able to have access to credit. You will be, because our party leader has been consistent in saying that we shall invest in those people who are the bottom. And that is the way of lifting things, doing bottom as we go up. So young people should take that, open businesses, open companies, because there will be access to business to do with government. There will be access to credit, whereby if you have your small business there, if you have your small kibanda or kiosk, you can be able to expand, because that is what bottom up means. You can be able to expand from a small kiosk to a supermarket and things like that. So I think young people should take this as a chance, because I know this will change their lives. Yes.
That is very good.
Yes.
But now let's look at the other people in our community.
Okay.
So we are the youths, we are representing the youth, but we have our parents.
Yes.
We might become parents at some point.
Okay.
In the next 5 years.
Yes.
If order gets into government.
Yes.
How does it look like?
For
everyone in the society.
I know because of what we have been able to collect from those public forums, it has been able to provide a guide on how these challenges will be approached. Every situation that we are facing will be approached, because these are views from people. This is not people sitting in a boardroom and writing what to do for you, but you are the one writing what these people should do for you. So it is an inclusive and a public oriented kind of a manifesto, because it touches on agriculture, it touches on manufacturing, it touches on young people empowerment, it touches more on improving our economy, because what matters is you going home today without struggling to put food on the table, without struggling to take your kids to school, without struggling to have access to health, without struggling to have access to even education and things like that. That is what Kenya Kwanza is all about. It is all about you having access to those basic needs, because that is what matters.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now boiling it down to home,
yes,
because you were in the list of the nominated member of county assembly.
Yes.
What plans do you have for your people? Should you be in the final gazette?
Yes. So if given chance to serve, I'll be honored to represent the minority, which is young people in Nairobi County Assembly. Having that platform, I'll be able to empower young people. I'll be able to offer myself and listen to them, listen to the challenges they have, and be able to work out things as a team, not just as an individual, but be able to work out things of what they want it to be done. So I look it, I take it as an opportunity to be able to, steer the youth agenda forward. It will be an opportunity to get involved in politics more. It will be a learning opportunity. It will be also an opportunity to increase my networks in government and be able to champion for the rights of the young people, be able to defend them, be able to even guide young people on how they are going to approach, how they are going to, to do business, be able to guide them, be able to give them that space to empower themselves. Yes.
Okay. And now looking at the broader spectrum, because you represent even the youth who is in Kisii, Nyeri, Garissa, whatnot, not just the Langata. Is it Langata?
The Langata constituency.
Langata constituency. How can you appreciate a youth who's taking up these opportunities, communicating these issues that are affecting the youth? What are some of these jurisdictions that are in place? Also in your area of expertise as the chairman, the Youth Council of Governors. What can you do, or what other options do you have on the table to appreciate this person who's supporting the youth to ensure that we have massive representation, not just in the nominated seats, but also in the elected post?
Generally, before, we have been able to formulate some putting this in laws. We've been able to work with the Kenya Young Parliamentarians, KYPA, which is an association of elected members of parliament who are below that 5 years, led by our able incoming governor, Nairobi County, Sakaja. So they have been able to really champion on the laws that are favoring young people. One of the key law that they were taking into account is whereby you will not be able to provide CRB, those are the payments that you pay when you apply for the job, CRB, help, police clearance, and things like that. Those are one of the things we took up. And we also provided a mentorship program for young people. We used to capture student leaders, because even me myself, I was a student leader. I was a product of Kenya Young Parliamentarians. They nurtured me. I think that is what given me the confidence and even the confidence to contest in the election. And we also offered mentorship through Youth Governors Kenya, whereby we had a representation of young people in each and every county. We gave them a platform to be able to be involved in governance. We also gave a platform at Youth Senate Kenya to offer a platform for young people to build confidence in themselves, so that even when they seek themselves for office, when they run for office, they are confident, and they are confidence of themselves delivering. Yes. Okay.
All right, Leken.
Yes.
We've talked about so many things.
Yes.
We've talked about how the future looks like. We've talked about some of the plans that you already have in play.
Yes.
So maybe you can just let us know what are some of your closing remarks for the video.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kathleen, for the opportunity to host me. And I would like to urge young people to, on the 9th of August, to get out and vote. Get out and vote, because this is where your life depend on. Get there very early in the morning. Vote, and I will urge young people to vote for Kenya Kwanza. Vote for William Ruto for president, and I know he has a proper plan to change this country. Thank you.
All right. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning. Thank you so much for engaging with me and my guests. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Thank you.